All right, so let's move on to the NFL draft's coming up.
It is.
Next week. It's less than how many days away?
It's
5,
the
6?
final countdown. Do-do-do-do. I can't wait.
I didn't know you were a Browns, Jaguars, Raiders fan. They're the only guys that get excited for the draft.
Yep. Well, not so much the Browns anymore.
No, they didn't feel the excitement.
They're actually going to be busier.
Yep. But they weren't feeling the excitement.
No.
The Browns made a big trade.
Gigantic.
The Philadelphia Eagles jumped up to second spot, and that was after the Los Angeles Rams moved up to top spot. So 2 trades, both from the Rams, both from the Eagles, and they're pretty similar trades.
Like almost carbon copy, really, aside from.
So are they good trades or bad trades?
It's really hard to judge that at this point. I mean, when you look at the Rams, it's just the opposite of the RG3 trade they made not so many months ago, trading a boatload of draft picks,
and did that trade work?
Their future for one single draft pick.
Did that trade work?
Did it work?
For the Redskins, did the Redskins trade work?
Here's why I can't judge this current trade, because after a year or two, it did work. RG3 was on top of the NFL mountain. He was the it guy. People were thinking they should have drafted him instead of Andrew Luck.
They're wrong.
And then
it imploded.
Then it imploded.
I think that trade did not work, and I don't understand why.
You weren't hesitant at the time, though.
That was a lot of picks. 3 first-round picks.
Matt had a crystal ball.
No. This is like 3 first-round picks for. I have one main issue with these. Okay, the Rams. I don't actually have that much of an issue with the trade. They just moved to LA. They obviously want to kind of make a blockbuster move to get some fans going, and I understand that. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles. What on earth are they doing? Like, I have no clue what the Eagles are doing, because can we first assume that they're going to take one of the 2 quarterbacks in Carson Wentz or Jared
definitely.
Goff?
Without a doubt.
There's no surprise center coming from someplace we don't know.
I don't think you trade up that much for a center, no.
Okay. Well, I hope not. But, so, what are they doing at quarterback? They got Sam Bradford, they got the highest paid backup in Chase Daniel, and now they've traded for the 2nd overall pick for a quarterback. Why would you trade to the 2nd overall pick? You don't even know which one of those 2 you're going to get. Are you telling me that they don't care which one? Actually, I can answer my own question. Because
I feel like you just asked that so you could answer it, Matt.
Maybe. But I can answer my own question.
Okay.
Well, Howie Roseman, the GM of the Eagles, can actually answer my own question.
Oh, okay.
Vanilla or chocolate, Rube. You know, it's like pepperoni pizza or sausage, you know? What do you like better? I like vanilla and chocolate. What flavor is Brad? Is there a chance you would talk to the vanilla and chocolate?
So, obviously, Mr. Roseman is pretty hungry when he was thinking of this comparison between the 2. But you've got to have one that you want over another. How can you make that giant trade for a 2nd overall pick?
I think the Eagles brass needs a new mathematician on their squad. I think they've got 2 quarterbacks that I'd rank 3 out of 10. They're going to draft another quarterback that I'd rank 4 out of 10. And they think that equals a 10 out of 10 at quarterback. That's not how it works.
They gave away the 2nd round pick, too. They didn't have a 2nd round pick to trade to move up, because they gave that pick for Sam Bradford in the Nick Foles trade.
Mm-hmm.
What? That was a baffling one, too. That didn't work for... It's funny how that trade, both of those teams involved in that trade were the Rams, the St. Louis Rams at the time, and the Eagles. Foles for Bradford. Mm-hmm. Now they're both 1st and 2nd overall looking for a quarterback.
Turmoil.
So the trade doesn't work. When was the last time you saw... Who were the best teams in the NFL over the last decade? Who have been the most successful teams? Patriots, Steelers, Packers... You can name Seahawks. You can name a bunch. When was the last time one of those teams traded up into the top 10 to make a blockbuster trade? Tell you, Tim Tebow for the Denver Broncos, and Josh McDaniels lost his job.
True. Very true.
That was a mistake.
They did make the playoffs under Tebow and win a playoff game.
I'm not talking about Tebow. It's a bad trade. Bang the hammer. I don't like the trade.
I think we need to spill a little wine for Eagles fans. I feel terrible for them. They think all this craziness is gone with Chip Kelly out the window. But no.
No.
It's not gone.
It's not. I guess it's not Chip Kelly.
Crazy. If I was an Eagles fan, I would not buy a jersey until the dust settles. Because you'd be buying a different player's jersey every
Chip Kelly did bring a
months.
smoothie bar, though.
He did.
And they've kept the smoothie bar, so I'm pleased to announce. You know what they haven't kept over the last couple of years? Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, LaShawn McCoy, DeMarco Murray, Trent Cole, Nick Foles. There's a few good players in there.
Or a winning record.
Yeah. So it's bad. It's just bad.
Bad.
It's just bad.
Bad.
Bad.